So what's a kid from San Antonio, Texas doing here in Grand Forks, North Dakota at UND?
It's actually a funny question. I really started to look at different things, like what do I like to do? What has always inspired me? So I was like, maybe I want to try to become a pilot.
What put you over the top to come to UND versus any other school you could have gone to?
I talked to my uncle. He's like, I actually know a guy who, he went to an aviation school. He's like, I'm not sure where it's from, but I'll give you his number and you can talk to him. So I called him. He's like, I went to this aviation school. You might want to look him up. I went on the website, pretty much #1 in aviation, so I kind of just applied. I got accepted on my birthday, so my mom and I were both excited. It was a nice little birthday gift. And then, pretty much drove up with my dad and he dropped me off, and from there on, I've been here at UND.
What's been your experience with the professors and flight instructors that you've interacted with so far?
The professors and flight instructors at UND, just amazing people. It seems like, some big schools, you go to a room and, it's a lecture hall for 200, 300 people, and there's really no one-on-one time with that professor. Here at UND, all aviation classes maybe max out at maybe about 25, 30. So, at the end of the class, if you have a question, you ask it. So they're really trying to have you excel in, your knowledge and experience here at UND.
Walk me through the process when you go out to the airport from step 1 until you're up in the air on the plane.
UND Aerospace is actually located on, Grand Forks Airport. So you just walk into the building. Usually you meet your instructor there, and then what you do is you go up to the desk, you give them a slip. And they kind of just give it to the dispatcher, and he looks, tells you which plane you're going to be flying that day. So, he takes us out to, 547, that's a plane that we got. And then from there, we do what is called a pre-flight. We're going through and we're making sure everything is, airworthy. We're gonna check the elevator, we're gonna move it up and down, make sure that it's moving freely, checking the rudder, making sure that that's moving freely. Once you get in the airplane, you pretty much get ready. You put your headset on, going through your checklist, making sure that you have everything done properly, and then you start the engine, call up ground, and they give you a taxi clearance to the runway, and from there on you take off.
What other opportunities have you taken advantage of since you've been here at UND?
I applied at Studio One, and I got the position as a photographer. From then on, I have always just loved working with the camera. I love getting down and dirty on the ground, getting the shots that I want. So I've been everywhere just shooting different things. Places I would never go to if I was just here at UND.
So what's been the biggest surprise about living in Grand Forks, North Dakota? Clearly different than San Antonio, Texas.
Coming from a city, you lock your doors. Coming to Grand Forks, that doesn't happen. Everybody is just open, their cars are open. There's cars, in the wintertime that are just running.
What do you stay busy with when you're outside the classroom?
When I was a freshman, you couldn't do as much, you couldn't go out as much. So a lot of times we would just stay, we'd go to nightlife or something like that. Nowadays, a group of my friends, we always, pretty much every week, we try to go to Parrots Cay. It's a lot of fun there. They have a really nice special with wings. And, just a couple, about 4 or 5 of us usually get together every week, and we kind of just go there and have fun, have fun, eat some wings, and just socialize, just how the week is going.
You've been through a lot to get to this point. 4.5 years of school, a very challenging major, and a lot of extracurricular activities. How is it going to feel to finally wrap that with a bow and cross the stage at graduation?
That's probably going to be one of the best feelings ever.
Daniel Gonzalez. Tyler B.
All right, it's my boy! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good job. I'm so proud of you. So
Thank you. Yep.
I did it.
Thank you. I'm actually, one of the first kids in my family to graduate from college. And, to be that first person to actually say, I graduated from college, and just, going to my parents and, just showing them, I did it, it's going to be just probably one of the best experiences ever, and I'll probably remember it for the rest of my life.